Good morning everybody and welcome to the video. This video I'm going to be showing you a demo of essentially Amazon DynamoDB global table. When mission critical applications are involved, which means they need sub-second latency and the data has to be highly available, you cannot afford any mistakes there, which is why I started learning and exploring a lot more about multi-region architecture, active-active model. I studied Netflix, Auth0 architecture, watched couple of episodes, made some video, learned about Route 53, and now I want to show you a small demo of essentially DynamoDB global table. So let me share my screen and begin the session today. So over here, if you observe my screen, I'm going to show you the CloudFormation stack. By the way, a special shout out to Kelly Joe Brown's lead software engineer. I was struggling with the CloudFormation stack, but this guy helped me a lot with this article, which is why you want to teach people, right? It's all about giving back to the society. So, all right. So the first thing is very similar, right? Org and all these stuff, right? So this is where the stuff starts. Resource. I'm using Serverless Framework to deploy my stack. I'm calling a table called my table. And essentially this is a global table, as you can see on my screen, right? Now the second thing that, and we'll go slowly, okay? So now let me use my fine scrolling. So over here I have a property called my table. So I'm defining the name of the table. Billing is paper request. I want to have it auto scaling, out of the box. Then attribute type, I'm saying that my DynamoDB will have a email and a user ID. My email is gonna be a hash key or a partition key, right? Which uniquely, and my user ID is gonna be a range key or a sort key, or together this is gonna act as a composite key, right? We have studied about all these theory, right? So this should be fairly clear what I'm talking about. So now if I come back here, so now I say the key schema, email ID is gonna be the hash, user ID is gonna be essentially my range or sort key. Right. So now I'm going back, scrolling down again. So after defining the schema, I said stream specification, new and old images, right? So I said that, and then I added replicas as US East 1 and US West 1. So coming to the stack, I said SLS deploy, and as you can see, I think here. So I did SLS deploy and my stack was deployed in multiple region. So if I come to DynamoDB and if I come to tables, as you can see here, I have a table called my table. It's in North Virginia. And if I head over back to, I think US West 1 or no, US West 1. Yeah, that's California. So if I go to California region, I should see my table there as well. As you can see over here as well, my table is there. So in order to test my scenario, what I did is I essentially wrote a very simple script. So this essentially selects a random region. As you can see, don't worry, I know these keys are going to be deleted after I upload the video. So you're not going to have these keys, okay? So don't worry about that. Let's focus on the demo. US East 1 and US West 1, right? So these are the region. Now remember, I'm selecting a random region. And remember, when we have a active model, which means I have a tutorial on that, which means I will show you in a second. So remember, here is your API gateway block. This is in US East 1, this is in US West 1. This is firing a Lambda, this is firing a Lambda. And here you have a DynamoDB. And these are the global tables, right? And then here you have a Route 53, right? So anytime a request comes in based on the latency, we will redirect it to the US East 1 or US West 1, right? We'll have a domain name registered and a CNAME, and essentially that would be pointing to alias to an API gateway. I have a tutorial on that, so I'm not going to cover this. But as you can see right here, I'm randomly selecting a region, right? And I have a very simple user model, and here in the user model, I'm selecting the table name. The region I'm dynamically selecting, right? So email, as you can see, hash key true. So I'm defining a schema, what I want. So email is my hash key and my user ID is a partition key. Now here I'm just using a faker to generate some data. So if you run the script again, I'll try my best to show you, this is going to insert data in multiple regions. So now if I try to run the script, hopefully, as you can see, inserting in US East 1, US West 1, US West 1, US West 1. So if you go back to the DynamoDB table, and I'm right now in North California. So if I come on explore table, you should see all the data here, and sure enough you see, and here you have US East 1, US East 1 and US West 1, right? And if I go back to my North Virginia region, I should have the same amount of data there as well. So this is absolutely insane. I mean, I'm a big fan on how all these complicated things you're able to do, right? So now if I come back to the tables and if I come here, explore items, right? If I come and click here and I have all the data here based on the region. And ideally what AWS recommended is based on the videos I have seen, right? They say that, of course, you have your primary key and your sort key, right? You always want to set up an LSI as well, which means, so if you have your partition key on the email, right? Always have an LSI on region as well, because a lot of time you want to essentially select, hey, give me all the people in the region US East 1. In that case, scan query will be very expensive, which is why you definitely want to set up an LSI index on that for sure. So that's that. So this is essentially DynamoDB global tables demo. I'll leave the source code and essentially the CloudFormation stack in the description. So in case if you want to try that out, please try that out. Now, next video, this is going to be an advanced level video, but I'm going to do full blown end-to-end right from scratch, right? API gateway, Lambda, Route 53, multiple region deployed, pointing to a DynamoDB global tables, caching, health check, weighted routing, failover model, everything. That's going to be absolutely insane. This is extremely important when you have mission critical applications, such as applications that are handling payments, applications that are doing important stuff, right? You cannot expect any downtime or delay there. Any downtime, which means you are losing revenue and customers, right? So for those applications, you want to have active model. You want to make sure the database is highly available in multiple regions. You want to have replicas, you want to do all these stuff. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you are interested in the theory part, I'll leave the links in the description for part number 1. With that being said, if you have any further question, list your question in the comments and I'll be very happy to assist you. Once again, keep smiling, keep programming, and I'll see you guys in the upcoming next tutorial.